So welcome to Pilates All Levels with me, Mike. Please listen to your body, don't push through any pain, and modify if necessary. All right, so let's all start seated. Okay. We'll sit down with our feet hip width distance apart, and our knees will be bent and our heels about 1.5 feet away from our sit bones here. And let's just grab behind our legs. All right. And let's use our arms to connect with our abdominals a bit here in this seated position. Our chest is nice and open, shoulder blades are back. Let's close our eyes for a moment to connect with our breath. So we inhale in through our nose, we breathe deep into our abdominals. And then exhale that air out, pull the ribs inwards, connecting to those abs, the ribs draw in. We create this inner corset with our core. Again, inhaling in through the nose. See if you can create this lateral breath. We breathe into the sides of the ribs here. And then exhale, we draw the navel in towards the spine, deepening that abdominal connection as we exhale. Now, let's take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, let's start to round the spine by drawing the navel inwards, and we tuck the hips under. We create this low back stretch, folding the body just a little bit. Shoulders stay stacked above the hips. And then from there, it's an inhale to sit back up tall. So very much a seated cat stretch. We exhale to round. We tuck the hips under. The low spine rounds. We keep the shoulders over the hips. We get this nice low back stretch here, and then we inhale to sit up tall. Let's just do that one more time. Exhale to pull in with the abs. Again, the sit bones roll under. We get this low back to stretch here. All right. Now we sit up tall. Take another deep breath in. On your exhale, let's start to round the low back under and begin to take the body back, keeping a good grip on our legs, rolling the hips under. The low spine rounds into the floor. We breathe in here. Exhale, we draw in with our abdominals to roll the spine back up to seated. And from there, we can sit up tall again. Inhale. And again, exhale. Let's tuck the hips under. We round the low back. We take the body back. We round the low spine into the floor. We hold for a breath. And exhale, pulling in with our abdominals. We roll the spine forward, shoulders over our hips. We sit up tall using our arms. Let's try that one more time. Inhale. Exhale to round. Still just warming things up here. We tuck the pelvis under. That low spine makes contact with the mat. Still gripping into our legs. We breathe. Exhale to round forward, and we sit up tall. Push your hands into the front of your knees now. Try to sit up even taller than you were before. Let's take our arms forward, arms parallel to the floor. We breathe, and then exhale. Let's slowly round and roll the body all the way back down onto our backs now, and let's scoot down so our hips are in line with our heels a little bit more. We want to draw our heels so that they're about 8 inches from our sit bones now, okay? Knees are still bent, feet flat on the floor, hands by our sides, okay? Keeping the chest open, shoulders back. We're neutral in our spine, meaning we're not tucking the pelvis under, we're not arching the low back. We're in that nice in-between alignment here. Let's take a breath in. Now on your exhale, pull in with your abdominals. Let's lift our right leg up to a tabletop position. Tabletop is where our shin is parallel to the floor. We inhale to set that foot down. Keep your eye gaze up to the sky. Pull in with your abs. We exhale, the left leg lifts tabletop. All right. Inhale, place that left foot down to the floor. Exhale, the right leg lifts tabletop, okay? So keeping your posture, keeping your position, alternating legs. Inhale, exhale to lift. Okay, we keep some space between the low back and the mat to make sure we're in that neutral posture. So breathing into your abdominals, nothing else moves other than the leg in the hip joints. So keep the hips still, keep the spine still. Simple movement here to get us to connect with our abdominals. Last one, left leg lifts tabletop. Set that foot down, inhale, reset your feet, heels in line with your sit bones. Let's exhale, draw the navel inwards. We flatten the low back into the mat. So again, this time on our backs, we're creating that tuck in the pelvis here, and then find neutral. All right, deep breath, exhale. Tucking the hips under, the navel draws in towards the spine, the low back flattens into the floor. Back to neutral, inhale. Exhale, we pull in with the abdominals. Okay, we create that corset, all right, by drawing the navel inwards, flattening that low back to the mat. Let's do one more tuck here. Inhale. Exhale, tucking the hips under. We flatten the low back into the mat. Let's start to elevate the hips up, okay? So keeping that tuck in the pelvis, we lift the hips up, we peel the spine up one vertebra at a time into our pelvic curl, our bridge here. We hold, inhale, deep breath in, and then exhale to roll the spine down, okay? So keeping that tuck, we want to work each piece of the spine into the mat. Let's round that low back into the floor and then find neutral. We rock our hips to that neutral posture. Inhale, exhale, pulling in with the abs. Okay, we create that corset, the low spine flattens to the floor. We elevate the hips. Keeping the knees in line with the hips, we maintain that tuck, getting the glutes, the hamstrings to turn on. Energy reaching out from those knees. Think of those knees reaching over those toes. We breathe. Exhale, keeping the tuck, working each piece of the spine into the mat. Hollowing. All right. Round the low back into the floor. Find neutral. Couple more here. Deep breath. Exhale to pull in. Keep the sternum drawn down. The navel draws in. We elevate the hips, glutes, hamstrings fire. All right. Take that breath in, hold at the top. Exhale to control it down. Let's do one more bridge here. All right. Working each piece of the spine into the floor. Find neutral, inhale, deep breath. Exhale. Tucking the hips under. We round the low spine into the floor, elevating. Lifting those hips up, working evenly through both glutes. All right, both hips here. We breathe in at the top of our bridge. Take that inhale. Exhale to control the spine down. One vertebra at a time. As you rock the hips to neutral, let's float our hands above our shoulders. Palms face each other here. Now bring your feet and knees together. Reach your arms out to a T. Keep the feet and knees glued together as you inhale your knees to the right. We take our knees to the right. Okay. The feet flip to face the left side of the room, and then we exhale back to center. We take our knees to the left. Inhale over. All right, both feet flip to face the right, and then we exhale back to center. So we get these nice rotations in the spine. We take our knees to the right, inhale. We exhale back to center, getting these nice twists here. Nice rotations in the spine, taking our knees to one direction and then exhaling back to center. So keep your shoulder blades on the mat here. As we take our knees to the left, we don't let our left shoulder blade lift up off the floor. Okay, we take our knees to the left. We lift the right hip up off the floor, but the right shoulder stays on the mat. Exhale back to center. And you can deepen the twist a little bit. See if you can reach your knees towards the floor, get that twist, and then pull in with your obliques to return. Use those obliques to make this twist happen. We still want to be tall and long in our spine. We want length, okay? And return. Let's go one more to the right. Inhale. To the right, we keep the left shoulder blade on the floor. Exhale back. We take our knees to the left. We keep our right shoulder blade on the floor here, right? Getting that opening. And then we return to center now. Hold in center here. Keep the feet and knees glued together. Let's all interlace our fingers behind our head. Okay, so the elbows lift into our peripheral vision. Okay, we're neutral in our pelvis and spine. We inhale. Exhale, let's pull in with our abdominals. Let's lift our head, neck, and chest up. Eye gaze to our knees. We breathe in, hold. And exhale to lower the spine back down. We go again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. All that air out. We get that chest lift. Eye gaze to our knees. Breathe, hold. And then exhale back down. So we flex the spine in this chest lift. Inhale, exhale, pulling in with the abs. The chin nods slightly towards the chest. Head weight rests in our hands. Eye gaze to our knees. Breathing. Exhale back down. We go again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, chest lifts. Take that deep breath in. Exhale down. Now let's add on. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, let's lift our chest up. Okay. Now take your hands, let's grab our legs. Use your arms to help you come up a little higher. Okay. Now take that breath in, keep the height, lace the hands back. Exhale to lower the body down. Inhale, prepare at the bottom. Exhale, drawing inwards. Getting that chest lift, deep breath in, grab your legs. Fold the spine up a little higher. Take the hands back behind your head. Exhale to lower down once more. Inhale. Exhale, chest lifts up. Right? Deep breath in, grabbing your legs, coming up a little higher. Using our arms, getting that height. Deep breath in. Keep the height. We lace the hands back. Exhale down. All right, we go again. Inhale. Exhale, chest lifts up. Now keep the height. Can you tuck your hips under? Flatten the low back to the mat. Let's lift the hips up a little bit. Lower the hips back down. Lower your head, neck, and chest to the floor. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, chest lifts up. Inhale. Exhale, flatten the low back into the mat. Roll it back down for a breath in. Exhale down. One more like that. Deep breath in. Exhale, chest lifts. Deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the hips under. Elevate the hips. Inhale, lower the hips back down, coming up a little higher. Exhale, back down. Now, let's lift our right leg up, tabletop. Okay, take a breath in here. Exhale, pulling in with your abs. Let's lift our head, neck, and chest up. We hold. Take a breath in. Now exhale, rotate your upper body to the right. Let's grab that right leg with both hands. So we get this chest lift with rotation here. Right leg stable at tabletop. I'm aligning my sternum just outside that right thigh. We breathe in. Let's hold here. Take the hands back behind your head. Rotate back to center. Place that foot down. We inhale. Exhale the head, neck, and chest down. Okay, left leg lifts tabletop. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, pulling in with the abs. The head, neck, and chest lifts up. We breathe in, pause. Exhale, rotate the upper body to the left. Now grab that leg with both hands. We come up a little higher. Our sternum, once again, lines up outside that left leg. We keep that height. Take a breath in. Let's lace the hands back behind our head. Rotate back to center. Place the foot down. And then just lower your head, neck, and chest to the floor. All right, let's take our hands by our sides. Feet are hip width distance apart, separating our feet back into our bridge. Inhale. Exhale. Imprinting, flattening the low back into the mat. We create that tuck. The ribs draw in. The pelvis rounds into the floor. We elevate the hips up, accessing our glutes, our hamstrings, once again. So keeping that tuck, let's breathe in. Exhale, stabilize the body on the right leg. The left leg lifts tabletop. Okay, so single leg work here. Let's touch that left foot to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, the left leg back up to tabletop. Inhale, the foot touches. Exhale to lift. Inhale, stabilizing on this right leg. 3 more. Touch and lift. 2. Touch and lift. You got 1 more. Inhale, the foot touches. Exhale to lift. Now inhale that foot to the floor. Retuck through the hips. Exhale to roll the spine all the way back down. Okay, working each piece of the spine into the mat. Okay, flattening, finding neutral. Okay, inhale, prepare. Exhale again, finding that tuck. We flatten, elevating, elevating, glutes, hamstrings, active here in this bridge. Work your arms into the floor. Press those hands into the mat. Inhale, exhale, lift your right leg tabletop. Keep the tuck. Inhale, touch the right foot to the floor. Exhale, that right leg back up tabletop. Move with the breath. Inhale, touch. Exhale, lift. Inhale, the foot touches. Exhale to lift. 3 more. Touch and lift. 2. Inhale. Touch, exhale, lift. 1 more. Inhale, touch, exhale, lift. Now inhale, place that right foot into the floor. Retuck through the hips. Maintain the bridge. Let's float our hands above our shoulders. Palms face the ceiling. Hands just barely hovering up off the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale to roll the spine down. So we work each piece of the spine into the mat. Okay? So let's round the low back into the floor and then find neutral. We inhale. Exhale, let's take the hands back up over our shoulders. We'll lift our head, neck, and chest up, reaching our arms long past our legs. Now, keep the chest lift. Let's inhale our hands behind our head. Exhale to lift your right leg tabletop. Can you keep the pelvis still? Inhale to place that foot to the floor, minimizing any shift in the hips. Lift the left leg tabletop. Inhale the foot down. We place the foot down. Nothing else moves other than the thigh. Exhale to lift. Inhale that right foot down. Exhale, the left leg lifts tabletop. Inhale. Exhale to lift, keeping the chest lifted. Inhale. Exhale to lift. Now inhale the foot down. Now exhale, as the right leg lifts up, can you rotate towards that right leg a little bit, keeping the elbows wide? Inhale to center to place the foot down. Exhale, rotate up and over to the left, keeping the elbows wide. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side, elbows wide. Inhale. Exhale, rotate and go. 1 more each side. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Inhale down, last one to your left. Keep the leg lifted. Inhale back to center. Lower the head, neck, and chest down. Cross that left leg over the right leg. Take your knees to the right for a twist. You can take your right hand on that left leg, keeping tall in the spine. Going for a twist here. Okay, so I'm applying some pressure with my right hand into my left thigh here. Keeping length. Getting a nice twist in the spine. Both arms to a T, pulling in with your trunk. Rotate to center. Switch legs, right over left now. Take your knees to the left. Place your left hand on your right knee. I'm reaching my right arm to a T. Twisting once again in the other direction, keeping tall. Breathing in and out. Keeping length. I'm keeping my right shoulder blade on the mat. Getting a nice twist here. Both arms to a T. We pull in with our abs. We rotate back to center. Now, keep your arms out to a T. Uncross your legs. Lift your right leg up tabletop. Lift your left leg to match. So shins parallel to the floor here. Let's inhale our knees to the right for a full spine twist supine. We take our knees to the right. Now exhale, pulling in with your trunk muscles. We return to center. Inhale your knees to the left. Exhale again, pulling in with your trunk muscles to rotate back to center. Alternating directions here in our spine twist. Breathing deep into our core. We inhale the knees over to one direction. Exhale back to center, keeping length. Tall in our spine. Inhale over. Exhale back. Taking our knees over to the left, breathing. Exhale back to center, keeping our length. Deep breaths in, we breathe. Exhale to return, alternating directions. Inhale. Exhale back. Let's go to the right one more time. Exhale back, one more to the left. Inhale. Exhale back. Hold your legs tabletop. Circle your legs down by your sides. Let's straighten our legs long so they stack above our hips for corkscrew. Let's bring our feet to the right. We create some space between the left side hip and the floor. Circle down and around to the left and return. Inhale your feet to the left. Exhale down, around, and up to center. Inhale to your right. Exhale down, around, and up. And back, alternating directions, taking your feet over. Small circle in those legs, okay? We don't have to go super wide in our range of motion. We return, other side, down, around, and up. One more to the right. And back, and one more to the left. Getting some work in those hip flexors. Now hold and center, bend your knees. Let's interlace our fingers behind our head. Take a breath in, exhale, pulling in with your abs. Let's lift our head, neck, and chest up. Grab your legs here. Come up a little higher in your chest lift, okay? Keep the feet pointed. We inhale the hands behind our head. Stay lifted. Take the knees away from the body. The feet touch the floor. Exhale to pull the knees back. Inhale, take the knees away. The feet touch. Exhale, we pull. Inhale, the knees away. Exhale, we pull. 3 more. Breathing, inhale, the feet touch. Exhale, pull. 2. 1 more. Grab those legs. Again, we come up a little higher. Take your left hand to the right knee. Rotate the upper body to the right as the left knee travels away. The foot touches. Switch through center to your left. Both hands on the left leg. Switch through center to your right. And go. And rotate again to the left. Now we take the hands behind our head. Rotate to the right. Switching legs as we rotate to the left. Stay lifted, keeping the elbows wide, getting that rotation. 1 more each side. To the left, back to center. Grab your legs, round your spine into the floor. Let's start to roll up to seated, balancing here on our sit bones, okay? Not letting our feet touch the floor just yet. Feet and knees together. Elbows by our sides, we're round in the spine. Eye gaze between our knees. We inhale back to the base of our shoulder blades. Exhale up to seated. Trying not to let our feet touch the floor. Inhale, back. Exhale up, pause. Moving with the breath. Inhale. Exhale up, pause. Inhale back. Staying round in the spine throughout. So important. Keeping that curvature, breathing. And balance. Sticking it at the top. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Go for 1 more. Inhale back. Sticking it at the top. Now, transitioning to open leg rocker. See if you can straighten your legs, grabbing your ankles. You can always modify with the knees bent. Okay. Shins parallel to the floor. That's an option. Otherwise, full open leg rocker here. Our shoulders are in line with our legs. We round the back, take the body back to the base of the shoulder blades. Exhale up to seated, and we straighten back up, flattening our spine. It's an inhale back, tuck the hips under, round and roll upright. Inhale, tuck the pelvis under, roll to the base of the shoulder blades. Exhale up to seated, flat back. Inhale to round, roll again, base of the shoulder blades. Exhale up to seated, nice flat back, rounding. Sitting up tall, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale up, last one. Woo. Sitting up tall, nice work, nice work. Bring your legs together. Let's pull the feet together. Separate the knees here, and then just see if you can round the body forward into a forward fold here. You can either grab your feet and push your elbows into your legs to separate your knees wide. You can also take your hands behind you and push with your hands to lift the hips up slightly up off the floor. You can get a nice deep hip opening here. All right, mobilizing within the hip joints. The closer you crawl your fingers to your hips, the higher they'll lift, the deeper the opening, and trying to create a nice flat back. Getting those quads to stretch, just an overall nice opening in the hips. And then let's sit back down. Let's all scoot back, straightening our legs out in front of us here. All right, so seated, still seated. All right, okay. Let's interlace our fingers behind our head. So the legs will be together, feet pointing towards the sky, abs in. Let's pull in with our trunk. Let's rotate our upper body to our left. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side, rotate to the right. Stay tall in your spine, rotating the upper body to the left. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to your right. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Okay, keeping your posture. We are completely tall in our spine. We're getting our abs to work, our back to work. Inhale to center, exhale, rotate. Now we inhale, exhale to the left. Take your right hand to the left leg. Left arm behind you here. Let's use our arms, okay, to assist here in this twisting, okay? So using your arms, you can push into those legs there, reaching with the left arm, getting that twist there. We take the hands back behind our head. Let's go to the right. Go to the right, left hand, right leg, right hand behind us here. Using our arms, deepening the twist here. Getting that nice twist, all right? Hands come back behind our head. We rotate back to center. Let's separate our feet shoulder width distance. Let's let go of our head here. Let's take our hands forward, arms parallel to the floor. We take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, let's nod our chin towards our chest. Let's round and roll the spine forward. Take those hands past your heels. As you fold the spine in this position, we breathe in. Exhale, pulling in with the abs. Let's root through our sit bones and slowly stack the body up tall, one vertebra at a time. We go again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. Nodding our chin towards our chest. We fold the body at the sternum, rounding and rolling. Then take the hands past our heels. Deep breath in. Breathing into our core, and then we exhale to root through our sit bones to slowly stack the body up one piece at a time. So try to keep your feet flexed, toes pointed towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, rounding, rolling. So visualize that your spine is peeling off an imaginary wall here, right? And then in that fold, we breathe in, exhale, slowly stacking up tall, one piece at a time. Let's do a couple more of those. All right, deep breath in, exhale. Nodding our chin to our chest, rounding and rolling, hands reach past the heels. We breathe in, big inhale. Exhale, reversing. Stacking up last time, inhale. Exhale, rounding and rolling. Good. Taking the hands past the heels. We breathe in, deep breath. Exhale, slowly stacking up. We stack the body up tall. Now hold here, a little bit of upper back work here. Let's interlace our fingers just in front of our sternum here. And what you want to feel is this sensation in our upper back as we pull in either direction. Let's pull the hands to the left. Now pull the hands to the right. So keep the abs in. We're pulling in either direction here, okay? Very important that we activate our upper back, our shoulder blades here, keeping your abs in, staying seated. Pull the hands to the right, and then pull the hands to the left. So we're getting some strength in our deltoids, our shoulders here, as we alternate sides. Great exercise to do to counteract any seated positions. If we're seated at a computer all day, these muscles can get short, they can get tight and weak. So we can counter that by keeping a flat back and getting some good strength here. Now, pull the hands in line with your sternum here. Take the hands away, straightening the arms a little bit, and then circle the hands to the navel, still pulling in either direction. Bringing the hands up in line with the forehead. Circle down, around, and up. Bring it in line with the forehead here in reverse directions. Taking the hands up, circling down and around. One more circle here. Bring the hands in line with the sternum, and then just take the hands to the floor. It's a lot of work in the shoulder blades, the upper back. Let's just fold the body forward to find that just a passive low back stretch here. Okay, and then one more exercise seated here. Let's slowly stack the spine back up. Keep the feet where they are. Let's interlace the fingers behind our head. Sitting up tall, lift the left leg up and line the left leg up with the right foot. Lift that left leg back up, set it back to where it was. Lift the right leg up, set it in line with next to the left foot. Lift it back up and set it down. So keep the abs in. Can you activate your hip flexors as you lift the leg up and set it down, okay? Try to keep the spine as still as possible as you strengthen these muscles here. So important to strengthen our hip flexors. All right, lift and lower. Again, lifting and lowering. One more each leg. We set it down. And we lift. Last one, right leg. Set it down, and then bring your hands back to your legs again. Just one more easy forward fold here before we go into our roll-ups, okay? We're gonna actually get some back support in today as well, which will be good. But first, let's bring the legs together. Point through the feet, take your hands forward. Excuse me, we take an inhale to prepare, exhale to round the spine. So keep the legs long. Keep that tuck in the pelvis as you work the low back, mid back, upper back, and head into the mat. Arms reach overhead here, flat back. Inhale, the hands come up, tuck the hips under, round the low spine into the floor as you roll up to seated. And I'm going to scoot forward just to give me a little bit more space on the mat. We breathe in. Exhale to reverse, really hollowing through the midline of the body, tucking, working each piece of the spine into the mat. The arms reach overhead. Inhale, the hands come up. Head, neck, and chest lifts. Low back rounds into the floor. We round and roll up to seated. Inhale. Exhale, reverse. Drawing inwards, corseting through the spine, working each piece of the spine into the mat. Arms reach overhead. Inhale, the hands come up. Head, neck, and chest lifts. Exhale up to seated, keeping that curvature. We breathe. Exhale to reverse, round, and roll. Okay, couple more. Inhale, the hands come up, head, neck, and chest lifts. Exhaling up to seated, we breathe. And exhale. We got one more. Okay, last one here. Inhale, the hands come up, head, neck, and chest lifts. Exhale up to seated. Now sit up tall. Bring the hands behind you here. Separate your feet so that they are hip width distance apart. Your fingers can either point forward or out to the sides here, okay? Depending on your wrist mobility. Shoulders are back and down, abs active. Our shoulders are nice and warmed up, okay? Keep the arms straight. Let's pike the hips up. Keeping the arms long, and then inhale, hinge at the hip joint. Take the hips to the mat. Keep the arms straight. Abs pull in. Exhale to lift. Inhale. Back. And you don't have to come up super high. Pull in with the abdominals. Tuck the hips under. Shoulder blades stay back. Okay. And down. Inhale. We keep the tuck in the hips to protect that low back. Hamstrings and glutes activate here. And of course, our shoulders. One last one here. Exhale. Okay, taking the head back just a bit, making sure it's in line with the spine. And lower down, just one more easy. Forward fold, stretch, rounding the spine forward. Okay. And then let's roll the body back down. Lying on our back here for a few rollovers. Take the hands by your sides, shoulder blades back into the mat. Lift the right leg tabletop. Pull in with the abs. Let's lift the left leg to match. Chest nice and open. Inhale, take the feet out away from you a little bit, straightening the legs. Stack the feet up over the hips. Exhale, the legs up over. Parallel to the floor if you can. Inhale, flex the feet, separate. Hinge at the hip joints. Take the feet to the floor if you can. And then exhale to slowly roll the spine down. One piece at a time. Now point the feet, circle the legs, reset. Inhale the feet up over the hips. Exhale up and over. Legs parallel to the floor. Inhale, flex, separate, hinge at the hip joints. Feet to the floor if you can. Exhale to round and roll the spine. Let's do one more there. Pointing the feet, legs together. Inhale. Exhaling up and over. Inhale, flex, separate, hinge at the hips, feet to the floor. Exhale to roll the spine down, pointing the feet, circle the legs back around. Just hug your knees to your chest. Rocking the body side to side, working each piece of the spine into the mat. Okay. Rocking side to side here, breathing for just a moment. Okay. And then take your left leg long along the floor. Pull the right leg across the midline of the body. Let's take that right leg onto the floor if you can. Keep tall in the spine. Push that right leg into the mat. Open the chest to the sky. Okay, and then pull the right knee to the chest. Left leg to match. Slide the right leg long. Take the left leg across the midline of the body. Place that left leg on the floor if you can. I'm pushing that left leg into the mat, opening my chest to the sky. I'm doing my best to reach that left shoulder to the floor. Getting an opening here. Okay. And pull the knees to your chest. Take the feet to the floor one at a time, and let's all lie down on our left side, okay? Lying down here. Let's get into some hip work here. So I'm gonna rest my head on my left arm here, okay? So it's stretched overhead. My abs are in, I pull my heels in towards my sit bones. They're in line with my hips. Abs are active here. I lift that right knee straight up. I lower it down, inhale. Exhale, I lift the knee up. So we're focusing on getting some strength on that outer right glute. Abs stay in, getting this turnout within this hip joint here, okay? Couple more, getting that glute to fire. Again. Now bring the knees together, pull the knees up so that they're at a tabletop position, knees in line with your hips, abs in, lift that top leg straight up and down. Again, leading with the knee. We don't want the foot to go higher than the knee. We don't want those hips to internally rotate. So stay parallel. Trunk is active. So important that those abs are active here too. One more. We lift, lift, lift. Set the knees together. Now pull the heels back so they line up with your tailbone again, and come on up to your left elbow in this modified side plank-like position here, okay? So make sure that your left underside rib cage is pulled up, okay? The abs are in. We're not arching or tucking the low back. We're in neutral in the pelvis. Let's take the top arm, okay? Abs stay in. Thread that right hand between your left elbow, left hip. Use your abdominals. Rotate back. Two more like that. Thread. Right hand between the left elbow, left hip. Opening back up. Let's go one more. Back up. Now we hold here. Push the knees into the floor. Lift the hips up into your side plank. Now, bend that right arm, fingertips to the right side of your head. Same thing. This time, work to square your shoulders to the floor. Pull the body back up into side plank. Quarter turn in the spine. Shoulders square to the floor. Open back up. 2. Getting some work in that upper back again. And that left shoulder blade. Last time, last time. Open, up, 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 hips to the floor. Find this figure 4 position in your lower body. We're seated up tall, left hand overhead. Let's tilt the spine to our right. Opening that whole underside. And then rotate, square your upper body to that right leg. Seeing if you can deepen that side bend. Let's stack the body back upright. So that right leg, the glute leg we worked, cross it over the left knee. Let's pull that right leg to the left shoulder. Sit up tall. Do your best to root that right sit bone into the floor, okay? So try not to let that hip hike. And we pull that knee to our left shoulder, opening the chest to our right, rotating, getting that stretch there, opening up the glute, maybe that right side low back a little bit. All right, return to center. We'll uncross our legs. Let's switch sides now. So this time we'll lie on our right side. You take that right arm overhead, heels in line with your tailbone, so the knees are bent. Find that stability in the pelvis. So abs are in, right underside active. Let's lift that left knee straight up. Hips stay stacked, shoulders stacked. Inhale the knees together. Exhale the knee up. Keep the trunk active. We lift. Knees together and go. Getting some external rotation within the hip joint. So important that we get some strength here in these outer hips. And lifting. Okay, 2. One more. Bring the knees together. Pull the knees up so they line up with your hip joint. So we got a 90-degree angle at our thighs and upper body. That leg lifts straight up. Okay, lift from the thigh bone. Don't rock the hips back. Keep the hips as stacked as possible. Knees together. Lift from the thigh bone. That hip. 3. Okay, this side might get tired quicker because it was working in the previous set. 2, 1. Knees together. Bring the heels back in line with your tailbone. Now we pop up onto our right elbow. All right. Pull with your right underside. Left arm to a T. Abs in. Thread that left hand between your right elbow, right hip, and open the body up. Easy spine twist here. 2 more here. Think of moving the body around the shoulder. Try not to collapse in that shoulder joint. Last time. And up. Now hold. Push the knees into the floor. Lift the hips up. Bend that left elbow. Fingertips to the left side of your head. Again, square the chest to the floor. Open the trunk back up to the start. Inhale. 3 more. Exhale up. 2. Once more. And back up. Hips to the mat. Find your mermaid position. Sitting up tall here. Let's side bend the body to our left. Let's open that whole right side. From there, you can rotate to that left leg. Deepening that twist a bit here. Really stretching that right side low back. Bring the body up. Let's take that left foot just behind that right knee. We pull the knee to the chest, and again, we do our best to root our sit bones to the floor. So that thigh, I'm pulling it to my chest here. Okay, I'm pulling that left knee to my right shoulder, opening the chest to the left. We get a spine twist as well as a deep glute stretch here, all right? And then we return. So we uncross our legs. Let's make our way to a prone position here on our stomachs, all right? So on our stomachs here, hands below our shoulders, okay? Face just hovering up off the mat. Feet about hip width distance apart. Abs pull in, our sternum is rooted to the floor, okay? Now inhale, let's lengthen our head, neck, and chest forward and up in this basic back extension. Exhale, back down, okay? So focus on keeping the low spine stable and neutral, meaning no arching in the low back. We inhale, tall and long through our spine. Exhale, back down. All right. Inhale, lengthening through the head, neck, and chest, working the upper back. Exhale, back down. Let's go 1 more. Inhale, upper back, upper back, upper back. Exhale, down. Now hold here. Slide the arms overhead. Pull in with the abdominals. Press the elbows into the floor a bit. Let's lift the right leg up by activating that right glute. Set it to the floor. Activate the left glute. Lift the left leg up. So we alternate legs here in these leg lifts. And as you lift the leg, remember, we fire the glute first, then the hamstring. So again, same idea here. We don't want the low back to arch, just like our chest lifts, our basic back extensions. We keep the pelvis neutral, spine as neutral as we can. The glute fires first, then the whole thigh lifts. Keep tall. We want to be long in our spine. Okay? Left leg. Now lift your left arm overhead as you lift the right leg up. Set it down. Lift the left leg, right arm, set it down. Alternating here. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And abs are in, pelvis stable and aligned. Okay, work into the shoulder blade of the arm that's lifting. Prioritize that low back. No arching in the low back. Okay. Practicing this movement. Last one. Left arm, right leg. 1 more. Right arm left, and then just relax everything down. Interlace your fingers below your forehead, bend your knees, and just take your feet side to side in this windshield wiper-like movement. Okay, so we get that low back to let go. We get some traction there in the low spine. And then we bring our elbows in. Let's push our elbows into the floor. We'll take our hips back towards our heels, forehead on the mat, arms reaching long overhead, stretching the low spine. Just taking nice deep breaths in and out. Okay, and then we come on up to hands and knees, spreading your fingers wide. Stack our shoulders right above our wrists. Now take the right leg long behind you, left leg to match in this full front support here. Abs are in. 5 repetitions, point the right foot, lift the right leg in the same manner as you did on your stomach. And lift. 4, 3, keep the abs in. 2, 1 more. 1, switch. Point the left foot, lift the left leg up. 5, 4, tall. 3, 2, 1 more. And to the full plank, 1 knee at a time to the floor. Just rest your hips back one more time. This time, interlacing your fingers at your mid-spine and drop your elbows out to the sides. You can get a deep internal rotation of the shoulder joints, stretching the external rotator, stretching our rotator cuff, the deep muscles of our shoulders here. Try to breathe into your hands. Think of breathing into your spine to lift those hands up and down. Okay? And we'll relax the hands down. Let's come on up. We'll finish there for the morning, everybody. Okay? Thank you for joining. All right? All right. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. Hope to see you soon.